The name of Jesus has been passed down for 2,000 years. Well, it used to be more oasis because it came from Greek. The New Testament was written in Greek, and that's what was passed down to us. Why do we want to recreate what's already been given to us? Why do we want to step in and look at other things and call him other names when we were told his name? The name Yahweh that's found in the Bible has no vowels. There are little dots and things that you can add to letters, to the consonants, so that you know how to pronounce it. Some people decided that they are going to pronounce this Yahuah. That's 100% what this is. That's 100% what this is. Yahuah. That's what they're saying that this says. Where for generations, people of the Jewish faith have called him Jehovah or Yahweh. But some people here on this app have decided or found somewhere some transliteration that we have to call him Yahuah, or we're not calling him by the right Craziness. Name. It's only on this app. And that's the other thing. How are you going to witness to anyone all around the world? How are you going to be a light when no one knows who the heck you're talking about? The name of Jesus, people know that name. There's something about that name, right? There's a reverence that comes with that name. There's an understanding about who that was. Even if you're in another country, you say Jesus, they know who you're talking about. You talk about Yahuah, you're talking. Might as well be talking about a monkey. They don't know who you're talking about. So how can you be a witness for God? How can you be a witness talking about someone that no one ever heard of? Who's going to want to listen to you? They're like, Jesus we heard of, Yahuah, we don't know who you're talking about. But you can't bring a stranger to people. People don't want to give their hearts to a stranger. So again, for those of you that weren't here, there's nothing wrong with the letter J. People are saying, well, his name is Jesus. It begins with a J. J was created. Now, the J was around. There were I's and J's. The I was used mostly, and the J was used just at the end of a bunch of I's. Because remember, Roman numerals. In the Roman numeral system, if you never learned it, an I means 1. So if you have the number 8, you have a V, which is 5, and then 1, 1, 1. Okay? So each one of those ones was an I. So it would be I, and for the last I, they would put a J to show that it was finished. Get it? It is finished. Do you see how cool this is? It's much cooler than calling him Yahuah. Do you understand? The J said it is finished. Okay? The J said it is finished. Isn't that what Jesus said on the cross? It is finished. And the first time that the two letters were just separated out as two different letters, the I for a vowel and the J for a consonant, and changed the pronunciation to alleviate confusion to the reader, was in the name of Jesus. Okay? So they were used interchangeably until 1524, when someone made the distinction, gave it a different sound, and the modern day J was born. So instead of the Greek Iesus, it was Jesus instead, okay? And it always goes back to Jesus. So this was the first time that the J was used. The first and the last. That's Jesus. That's so big. That's so much bigger than calling him a weird pronunciation of Yahweh. Isn't that much bigger and better? It speaks to us who Jesus was. And listen, the name of Jesus isn't as important to focus on. These are people that don't know him. We need to focus on him, on who he is. Oh, this didn't come out very good, but he's the bread of life, the light of the world, the gate, the good shepherd, the true vine, the way, the truth, and the life, the resurrection and the life. People who are focused on that name, on the name of Yahuah, they don't know Jesus. They think the only thing that's important is that you call him the right name.